Honey, Ashley Mantwabi here at the Debauchemajig Creation Center. We'll be doing another podcast here with Between Two Balls. If you could hear me, that's good. If you can't, put it in the comments below. We're having some minor technical difficulties with our audio receivers, so if you hear anything that happens like that, help us out there because this is live and anything could happen. And when anything happens, we just have to roll with it. So we're going to be on our, I believe, 11th or 12th episode for Between Two Balls. And all the ones we previously recorded during the lives will be on our YouTube channel as a podcast format in the near future. And I want to say that all these artists that I'm interviewing are going to be a part of the 16th annual 6 Foot Festival, celebrating land, art, food. And this year's theme is Aki no Oma, the Earth's language. So it's pretty exciting because we have a variety of artists that are here this year, 16 total, that will be joining us, and all other artists, community members, families, judges, priests, police officers, anybody is welcome because we're going to have a fabulous feast on that Friday. I have Thursday on my mind already because that's tomorrow. I'm counting down the days. We have 2 more days and then the festival is going to be happening. 16 years. Congratulations to Debauchemajig Storytellers for keeping this celebration alive, for all the artists and community members to bring awareness to different things every year and to explore different art practices. So if you could hear me well, and we could get started with Between Two Balls.
You just tuned into Between Two Balls, the show where random rules the game. One ball gives the emotion, the other reveals the character. Imagine being a joyful little robot, sad like a superhero, or angry like a pirate. Arr! 2 draws, infinity stories. This is the only show that's powered by bingo balls, and anything can happen.
Ani Ashley Mantwabi, your host for Between Two Balls, the only show that's powered by bingo balls. We have an awesome, beautiful guest here that likes to move any way, anyhow, and any why directions. So in this podcast, we have Candice Irwin join us here, and I just like to say it's a great pleasure to have her exploring a different way of doing movement with the team Aki no Oma. So let's bring on Candice here. So Candice, I seen on social that you started some dance classes.
Yeah, it's a big week of dance classes starting for kids as well as being part of the festival. So yeah, my brain is really full and ready to just keep going every day.
Yeah. So when you say like full, what do you mean? Like a schedule? Like
Yeah, well, I was lucky I got to take some time off this summer to just like rest and reflect and focus on my own creative work. And now I'm back to like scheduled must be in certain places on certain days at certain times, which is great because I get to see all the kids, but it's an adjustment. Yeah, it's an adjustment to having to get up at a certain time every day.
yeah. I know the what you're saying because I was on a 2-week break and I kind of just went with the flow when I was on holidays there in the beginning of September, and then diving right into thinking about the festival. I think we're just on a roll now. We're just constantly going, constantly going.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
keep the feet moving, right?
So I don't know what's gonna happen when it's over. It's like I don't want to crash. Like it's like, hey, what next? I'll be echoing in the chambers of the Bajamajig.
I'm sure you'll find something to keep you busy.
Yeah, so that's always important, right? To keep ourselves busy. So I don't quite know you too well, so I want to get to know you a little bit, and I think people out there listening would like to know who Candice is, and I do know that you just recently moved to Manitoulin Island.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, pretty recent. It's been actually, next week will be 5 years, but still feels pretty fresh. Yeah, but my mom's family is all from like northern Ontario, Quebec region, and I spent most of my childhood on a different island, out on Vancouver Island. So there feels like a coming home in being back on an island, back in the north, back around the Great Lakes. Yeah.
Yeah, so you grew up in Quebec, and I forgot to tell people that you're a dance instructor and you dance. So
Yeah.
you want to share a little bit about growing up and how dancing came?
Yeah. So I grew up. I was born in Ottawa, and spent a lot of time visiting our family in northern Quebec and Ontario, kind of doing that loop. And started dancing when I was 4. My mom tells the story. Apparently, I asked to go to dance classes. That's her story. I have nothing to tell her she's wrong. So I started taking dance when I was 4. And then when we moved out west, kept doing it, and got really invested in my high school program for dance, and discovered choreography and how I could use movement to tell stories and to create whole other worlds just with bodies and music, and fell in love with that. And so decided to do the wild thought of doing it as a job. And moved
Why would you say it's a wild
I don't know.
thing?
I feel like artists are like trailblazers that are like willing to take the less traveled path, or even just like make their own path through life. There's not the like consistent security. Yeah, there's no security in it at all. Different types of security you find over time, but on the outside it doesn't seem very secure, looking in before you start. So I went to school for dance and really fell in love with like the science behind movement too, and like why our bodies move in certain ways, why moving to music is so good for our well-being. And when I finished school, was pursuing creative work, but also just really loved talking about the why dance is great, which is kind of what led me to teaching. And I spent a lot of my time in Toronto working in schools, going in as a guest artist and sharing my why with kids and helping them figure out their why for why they wanted to be creative with their bodies. So when we moved here, I kind of felt like the next evolution of it was to stop doing it inside someone else's building and start to like share my why as a teacher, from my own perspective, not through someone else's. And so, I started offering classes, and now we're in, our 5th season, and there's like 100 kids coming to dance with me in the next couple weeks. So
that's awesome.
It's got big.
Congratulations on taking that leap.
Thank you.
Come from Manitoulin. I think a lot of people appreciate it, because I think some of our dance instructors that we had in the past, some of them would be guests from like Sudbury area, so it would have to be really committed for them to come and travel. And you're willing to travel all over the island?
Yeah, I mean, I am, depending how much time I have. So right now I run evening classes in Little Current, Manitowoc, and Kagwang, but I've traveled all over the island to run workshops or programming. I was up in Sheshwaning last week doing workshops. I go off island sometimes too. So yeah, people are like, you drive a lot. But I actually think I drove more in Toronto trying to get between all the little gigs that made up my job. Whereas now it's like, oh, a couple days a week, I do a long, beautiful drive through the lovely nature that we are surrounded by.
And it's pretty colorful at this time.
Oh my gosh, my drive today was so beautiful here. You could really see the leaves changing. And I love that part of how I drive now is I drive the same route every week, and I get to see every week how it's changed a little as the seasons go. And it's almost like a driving meditation.
A driving meditation.
Almost. Until the deer runs across the road.
You still have to pay attention to those deer.
Yeah.
You can't live on cloud nine when you're driving on Manitoulin.
No.
Or you might be calling the insurance company.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know you did mention a lot of whys. So I did a few times. I worked with Danny Grossman, Christine Friday. Then also I was a youth working with Soul Pepper Theater, and we did dance there too. And it was different everywhere. Not necessarily different, but I noticed a pattern in I was doing yoga before we started. Is that something that you practice too? Like, what's that?
Like what my own practice is?
Yeah, like why would I be doing yoga first instead of just regular stretches? Like,
right.
You know, like when you go to school, they tell you to stretch certain ways, and then you get ready to do the activity.
I mean, I do practice yoga. I more practice like the type of yoga where you get to rest and lie there more now than I do the very active. I love yoga though for its ability to kind of train a lot of the muscles in similar ways to what a lot of dance is asking for. Yeah, but I think for me, the reason why dance specifically, or movement to music really, is such a big why is there's actually a lot of research to prove that, or to demonstrate that moving with music has a different way it connects us to our bodies and connects us to who we're in motion with. There's some really cool research that just came out a few years ago that dance has been named one of like the best thing you can do to fight depression. Dance has been named one of the best things you can do for slowing down a lot of like the things that happen to us in aging, like slowing down memory loss, slowing down the development of dementia. And so much of it comes down to the connection of the music and the rhythm and how that relates to our body and how it just lights up the brain differently. Yeah.
So is there like I know you talked about rhythm and then music. What's your style of music?
Oh gosh, what is my style of music? That's a great question.
I know you probably have a lot of different styles because you have to work with a lot of different styles.
I do, and actually one of my favorite parts of being a teacher is the hours I spend sitting listening to music and picking out songs. I just love getting to like dive into lots of different types of music that maybe I've never heard, and discovering that. But in my like day-to-day, when I'm just like moving for me, I go through cycles of like artists that I really get into. But like right now I'm in a big Florence and the Machine kick. Like she's got a new album coming and I could listen to it all, like it forever. I also really enjoy like multi-vocal music when there's more than one voice singing.
Yes.
And all the harmonies. And I also have a soft spot for fiddle music and like Celtic music. But
my daughter just got I guess not a fiddle, but a violin. I don't know what the difference is, but I think it's a violin.
It's the same thing. It's just how you play it.
Okay. Yeah. I had a debate earlier today trying to figure that out.
It's just how you play it. There is some like, I know someone who's a very good fiddle player.
But I always ask my daughter to make the to play the maple sugar song. She started with a company that came to our community in Mukang, and then that's how she was inspired by music. So then they started with a violin.
Yeah.
So I asked her, okay, are you gonna play the maple sugar song, and then come play it at the Sugar Shack?
Yeah.
And make the maple syrup. She said that one's too hard. I said, you could do it. I know you can. I'll give you a whole year, and if you do it, I'll give you $100. I said. So I don't know, maybe she's reawakening because now she's into like different styles of music and instruments, but now she's going back to the violin again.
Or maybe she just wants the $100.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah. You always want to support your children, right? Anyway, so sometimes do maybe because usually you're constantly being an artist. You're constantly trying to invest in what you do too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking about investment, is there like being a dancer? Is there some like proper ways to invest for the future of your body?
Yeah, it's actually something I've been working a lot on because when I'm big into teaching realm, I sometimes forget to also take care of my body. Oops. So I have a couple somatic practices I really love that I find really help reset my nervous system and help me kind of maintain pain if I have pain from injuries.
I always have pain.
You always have pain?
On my back.
Who
I have
doesn't?
back problems, I think.
Oh,
And I think, I was doing a performance one summer and we did a lot of stretching, and there was this one stretch that always helped me. And I noticed when I was moving more, I wouldn't feel that pain, but if I'm sitting still and not activating it, I notice that it's not as sore or it goes away.
it's all about consistency.
Consistency.
Just like consistency in some type of movement. So I have very gentle things like where I'm barely moving, but I'm still stretching or like gently moving. And then I do try and keep some weight training in my schedule. It's not my
So is
favorite.
that important for dance?
It's important because the challenge with dance is that we're not wearing shoes most of the time for a lot of styles, and we're doing a lot of things that are hard on some of the joints. So you're like jumping your whole body weight onto your knees and ankles with no shoes on over and over and over and over. And so I do put in some weight training, and I also take Pilates to try and help strengthen the muscles around those joints so that hopefully I can keep jumping like a bunny with 4-year-olds for a long, long time. Hopefully. And also hopefully like in performance too. But yeah, definitely some strength training is important, as well as some more gentle things. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
So how does, like, I always wondered too, like how does a dance instructor create movements, or how do these things come? Do you like have a textbook of movements, or the way you're supposed to move your arm or your leg?
Great question.
Yeah.
There is no one textbook that tells you what to do. There's actually a big challenge that we don't have that like dance is an art, but it's a sport, right? Like you're really physical. And unlike other sports, we don't have like clear guidelines. There are certain teaching methods you can train in that will teach you that from their perspective. Most of mine comes from my own training, and then I was fortunate to have some professors who were very into pedagogy and like how do you build a curriculum for safe learning. And so I learned a lot from them, and so I've kind of taken the curriculums I've learned from them and then modified them to better fit the needs of the community I'm serving, because every group of dancers is going to need different types of support. So yeah, unlike you go to a piano lesson and the piano teacher pulls out a book, we don't have books like that. Yeah. There is a dance teacher sitting in their basement or sitting in a studio somewhere, listening to music and making up every single exercise often, unless they're following a specific method. But you don't see that very much other than in ballet. So, yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of like, my husband watched me last night sit on the floor in the basement for an hour and a half, figuring out lesson plans for my week and writing out every exercise and then practicing it to make sure it's in time with the music. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of work behind the scenes to get to that class.
So you need to like love moving, love dancing, love listening to music.
And love thinking about like how everything connects. Like I really work in my teaching to like scaffold what I'm teaching them. So like if I really want us to work on a specific jump, I have to know that in the first 5 minutes of class, and already in our warm-up, I'm making sure the muscles they need for that jump an hour later are getting warmed up in the ways they need to do that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so like a lot of, it's a lot of mental math.
Mental math. Okay. That kind of makes sense now. I get the idea now of dance. I did do dance, but like they would tell us what to do or things like that, but never really had like the understanding like what the process is. But I think knowing now, I feel like I have more respect now. Like there's a lot of effort, right? A lot of homework, a lot of things that you have to prepare for.
There is.
And I guess with any kind of art, you have to do your homework, you have to prepare. There's lots of that. Do you have any stories like where you had like an epiphany of something that, oh, I need to try this, or
like as an artist or as a teacher, or both?
Either or, yeah.
Epiphany where I have to try this.
I usually have things happen to me when I'm driving. Sometimes when I'm just sitting outside, things come to me.
I don't know if I've had recent epiphanies about it.
Not necessarily epiphany, but like
That's a good
ideas like,
question.
yes, that we need to do this, or
I mean, I definitely have mini moments like that. One of the things I really like about the way I create, whether it's with fellow artists or with students or community members, is I really like to create collaboratively. And so as much in the like more teaching side of things, I'm coming in with really set material. When we're getting ready for a show, I'm always trying to find ways to like work with the people who are going to be performing. So I actually have a class called choreography class, where I share with the students all the different tools I use to create work, and we co-create things. And I feel like that's where I have epiphanies. I'll be like driving home and I'll be like, oh, that student did this thing today, and that makes me think of, oh, we could do this. Like, it's just so cool to watch their creativity bloom. And I feel like when people come to see our kids shows, they're like, that's not a recital, that's like a show. And I'm like, yeah, it's because the kids were involved in the story. Like, I go in with an idea, but what we put on stage is always so guided by their creative ideas.
what kind of stories do you use?
I make up all our stories with them. I don't we don't like recreate a familiar story, or we haven't yet. Maybe some year we will. So last year we did a show called An Evening with the Garden Fairies, and it was just inspired by, I'd been in my garden a lot that summer and had been loving connecting with the earth in that way, and the kids had been like, we want to be fairies, and so we did Garden Fairies. And so it was this whole journey of this little girl who went out into her garden on a night where the full moon was out, and the fairies like tricked her into coming into fairyland, and she had to like survive all these different interactions with different types of fairies, some that really liked her, some that were very angry she was there. And so I just came in with the idea of, we're gonna go to fairyland, some kids are gonna go to fairyland, and they really wove they came up with the reason why this fairy didn't like the girl and the reason why this one did and how these ones felt about each other. That all was them. All I said is, we're going to fairyland.
Yeah.
So that was our most recent one, was An Evening with the Garden Fairies.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed it.
That's okay. There'll be another one.
There's
But yeah,
always
we did a Pirates in the Sea one, where a pirate ship got sunk to the bottom of the sea because they angered the sea gods, and they got sent on a quest to find different parts of their ship, and if they couldn't find them, they wouldn't get to go home. We did one where kids snuck into a library and learned that at night the books come to life, and they had to like make it through all these stories that came to life. So I really try and make it like very creative and fun for them, and give them themes that we can both be excited about.
Yeah, and it resonates with them, usually the younger ones.
Yeah.
Do you also do like older classes?
We do.
Like my age, I'm like 40 plus.
We do. I wish I did more adult classes, but the adults, they don't come as often. They get busy with their lives and their kids. Ugh, silly lives with their busyness. But yes, I do love running adult classes. We run a dance fitness class that's geared towards seniors, but all adults are welcome. That actually starts up tomorrow at the arena here in town. And then I also run a class called Mindful Movement that is for adults, and it's all guided by my interest in mindfulness and how that connects to movement. And so we do a lot of guided things that help us build more sensory awareness in our bodies and build more awareness of how our bodies actually move. So yes, I do run classes for adults, but if there are adults out there that want to dance, please let me know. I would love to run more.
Yes, when I started here at the Bodge and the National Arts Animator Program, we had Bruce Nakogishik teaching us exercises, because he's a dancer, and
Cool.
yeah, he likes to dance.
Awesome.
I haven't seen him dance lately though, but yeah, maybe you could put a bug in his ear.
We'll have to convince him.
And see if you could do some mindful dancing with him.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because actually I directed a play. I forgot what it was called, but we had a lady named Spirit from Ryerson University. She was going to school there, and we met her at a project we were doing, and we had Bruce. He was actually dancing on stilts, and then we had Spirit in the wheelchair doing her movement, and then we had I think we had 2 silks, or what do you call those things?
I think that's it.
Is that what they are? Would you
They climb up them on the fabric? Yeah, silks.
I think we had 2 of those, yeah. So we had stories, and it was part of Searching for the Tricksters Festival.
Cool.
And we had people in the community who submitted stories, so we chose, I think, 7 stories or 10 stories that time.
Cool.
So that was something else, because we all had an opportunity, the ones who worked at the Bosch, to help direct one of the stories. So it gave us an opportunity to have that experience.
Amazing.
Also, but also have the experts that you're directing there. So so it's a little bit easier to get it choreographed and everything like that. So
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Dancing on stilts sounds really hard.
yeah. If I had Bruce here, we would have had a little chat about that, and
I'll have to ask him.
yeah, ask him about that. How's that done, Bruce?
Yeah, how do you dance on stilts? Not fall over on your face.
Yeah, that's what people always think, right? Because you're tall, you have a narrow base, and you're thinking, okay, yeah. I think that's the tension, the part of the tension too, right? So
That's
it gives
true.
some of the movement tension too. So you always kind of need that tension. Speaking of tension, is there one kind of strategy that you use to get the audience connected? Because I know some people use tension. So if you would move forward to me, and then I would move back, right? Or so you're kind of creating the elasticity, or different things, where I'm going away, or different things like that. Is there something the style that you use?
That's a good question. I think a lot about the audience's role in the work as I'm making it. I think of the audience as collaborators in the space. I'm not just there and they're sitting there. I think of them as active participants. So I think even that perspective helps. I think a lot also when I'm performing, I think a lot about eye focus, and is this a work where I want to be looking at them, or I want to be looking past them? And then I had who was it that said this to me once? I'm sorry, I can't credit you with this. I can't remember their name. I can see their... Yeah, but they said once as dance artists that when we put repetition into our work, our movement work, that repetition is like an invitation to include the audience, because it's something they're familiar with that they get to revisit. So I often think of that. Am I repeating similar movements or similar paths along the floor? What in my movement would be recognizable to the audience if they watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes, I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I watch movement, and the language is different from when you hear something coming out of your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Words.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's challenging for me to get the story.
Yeah.
What would you tell an audience member that's having challenges like that?
It's a great question. Oh, it is. I'll say this. People say that dance is a common language. movement is a common language. Dance is a learned language because whatever style of dance you've trained in has specific movements that mean certain things. So I think it's our work as dance artists to be better at translating that to audiences. But for an audience member that's in the show and they're in the seat and they're like, what is happening? I think I often would say to them to remember that it's a language of sensation. It's not a language of intellectual stuff. It's what do I feel in my body? What emotions are coming up? Do I have a tingling somewhere? Do I have like a warmth that's built? And to focus on the sensations. Because often what dance artists have done is they've taken a more concrete concept and they've gone, how does it feel in my body? And then they've made work about from there. So yeah, I invite the audience to do the same. And also, like, there's no wrong interpretation of it. If you see this story in it, then that's the story that's there. Beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know there's some that they invoke emotion a lot. Like you could see their expressions on their face. Yeah. We had, there was another company that came here where we did movement. I think they're part of the culture of India, where they do a lot of expressions with their eyes and the way they move. And we did one workshop like that. It was a pretty like an introductory workshop we did. I forgot that company's name. I'm just like you. I'm losing names of people and people I work with. We do a lot here at Tubajamajig. A lot of things. So I think it'll be great. Like if possibly we could schedule you in too. It sounds interesting.
I'm always around and happy to collaborate. I love collaborating on things. Love sharing and learning together. Yeah. But you're right, classical Indian dance is very about every gesture means something. And if you don't know what they mean, it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, we had like a little introductory of what it means and things like that. Like it was pretty interesting. Like, and once you understand it, like when they tell you, it's like, okay, and then you see them perform. Okay, yeah, I was into it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember speaking with some artists that practice those forms, and they said, like, it's interesting doing their work here in the world because in India, everyone knows that language of movement. So when you go to perform, the community just understands. They understand the story, they can follow, whereas here, there's that lack of shared movement language. And so there is that, how do you bridge that gap, right? Of having the audience feel included and feel like they're part of it, but also you can't in one performance build years and years and years of knowledge that a community that's really invested in that specific art form would have. It's a challenge. I think it's a challenge a lot of artists face in different ways.
Well, you've been here for 5 years and you probably have some students that come every year and new ones that come in. Yeah. What would you tell someone, maybe a parent that may be listening or maybe a younger one's listening? What would you tell them if they were interested in dance, but they want to take the leap, but maybe they don't think they could do it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, first off, those feelings are really valid. I think there's a lot, unfortunately, in the dance world that's made many people feel excluded. And that's, I hear that. I don't want to take away from that truth. It's a reality. But I think what I have founded my work on is really trying to be the opposite of that. I work under the belief that everyone is a dancer, and I teach very differently for that reason. So I would strongly encourage them to even just come out and watch a class. They don't have to take it. Just come watch and see how it feels to be in the room with us. And you're never too late to start dancing. I mean, I have kids that, yes, have been with me the full 5 years, and it's amazing to see them grow. I also have kids that started last spring and are greatly enjoying being part of it. And I think also remembering that all the other things you might have done before walking into a dance class, all that knowledge is going to come with you, and that's just going to support you. So if you've been doing a sport or you've been doing another creative activity or whatever your interest is, all those skills are going to come in and just help you be even more exciting of a mover. Yeah.
Yeah, my son, I see him dancing, but sometimes when you kind of like comment about, oh, ever nice dancing here. Like they get kind of shy and like put themselves off. So it's like, and I was like, oh, maybe he wants to be a dancer, or maybe he likes dancing. I was thinking, I noticed he likes to move to. And then I hear him singing sometimes too to some songs. I said, oh, this is interesting. Like when you watch your children grow up, right? You notice different things and things they're interested in. So yeah, I might wait a little bit and see what happens. But and he's a boy, and I don't know if there's a difference from being a boy or a girl when you dance. You get a lot of boys, and
We do have some boys,
Yeah.
not a ton.
why?
It's a great question. I mean,
We got the whys happening.
we could really, I think that's a really long talk about how what we tell boys is acceptable for them to do and what we tell girls is acceptable. And there's so many little boys that are told they can't feel their feelings and express them through movement, or feel shy to, or get bullied for it. So I get the challenge of why it's hard. And then I've also had some boys that are like, love it, but then they're like, I'm the only boy here. I wish there was other boys. And that's hard too. So I don't know. I think it's like it's many, many different things. But I think there's a large part of society that's been socialized to shy away from anything that shows your feelings so vulnerably. And dance it's very vulnerable. It's very emotionally vulnerable. All art is in its different ways. But I think the vulnerability of dance is, for me at least, is really intense because your instrument is your body. And so it's not I didn't make a paint stroke that I liked, or, I played a weird note on an instrument. It's like, oh no, I did something with my own body that didn't work out.
And the more you do it, the more you could say, okay, I did it that last time when I struggled, and then this next time I could push again, and I know it's going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I try to overcome the perfectionist and just instead be like a constant learner, right? Yeah.
That's a good way of saying it. And I know you are always constantly learning. You want to share about some of the I guess ideas that you're working on for your performance that you'll be doing on Saturday?
Yeah, so my performance on Saturday came out of a film project that I did last summer called Connective Tissues. And I was really curious because there's lots of awesome artists on this island, but I'm the only artist practicing my art form. And so I've been getting really curious of like, how can the community I work with help? How can I feed them and also be fed by them creatively? And so we made this film looking at how our bodies and the structures we see in nature, what the parallels are between them, how do we connect and communicate with the environment. And I had this lovely group of folk that participated, that are community members who are creative folks but are not, professional trained dancers. It's not their focus, who came and explored this with me and were part of this film. And this performance is kind of like the next stage of it, is like, I've made something with them, I've been inspired by them, and now can I use that experience to make something that's really my personal point of view as an artist right now. So I'm challenging myself to do like a structured improvisation instead of every single move set piece, which is scary because anything could happen. But it's very grounded in the structure of the film and what the film is talking about. So really looking at how do I connect with the space I'm in that moment, and how do I reflect that in my movement, which feels scary and exciting.
So I know I seen the video, like a little sneak peek of it, and I noticed that you were in nature in that video.
Yeah.
So why in nature, not in a studio?
I think so many reasons. I love dancing out in nature. I think as much as a studio is great because, you got good floor and a good sound system and lots of open space, I think it's really easy to get stuck in forgetting that we are nature. And I find moving in nature reminds me of that. And for this specific project, because the theme was what are the parallels between our bodies and what we see around us, it felt important for us to actually go out on the land and experience that, not just theoretically think about it. And I think for these community movers who took this huge risk to put their moving bodies on film, like some of them are like, I'm so happy I did it. I still haven't watched it. I can't watch myself move. But having this grounding space and having this connection with space was a much more comfortable way for them to be asked to do this big, brave thing than to be in like a video studio space that's like really intimidating, especially for new people. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it could be really intimidating, but I just want to let everyone know that our next segment for Between Two Balls is going to be intimidating. So let's start.
And now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. Between Two Balls. Here's how it works. We'll pick one ball with an emotion and one ball with a character. Then Ashley will become that emotional character and the interview keeps rolling. Let's see what we pull today.
All right, bingo caller, shuffle those balls.
Let's shuffle. B11. Your emotion falls under optimistic.
Optimistic. Okay.
Let's shuffle more balls. I-19. Your character falls under athlete.
Athlete. Oh, interesting. Okay, this might just work out. Oh, I hope. All right, so with this segment, I'm going to be an optimistic athlete, asking questions to a dance instructor, Candice. We'll see what happens on this one. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I think you got it easy. I might throw another ball at you. We'll see.
I'm hoping you're gonna like do push-ups or something. Like
We're gonna have a push-up competition right here, right now. Are you ready? Actually, it's not gonna be a push-up competition. It's gonna be how you can lift yourself like this.
how many times? Oh.
Can you do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, we can just keep on going. This is how you do it, folks. Warm up for being a dancer, but most likely an athlete. That's how we do it. Whenever you warm up, that's how you do it. Oh my God, I can feel my heart beating. And that's good because my daily grind is always pumping iron, but mostly pumping myself up because I know we have a beautiful person here, Candice, and I have a few questions for you to get started. What does a typical day look like for you right now?
I get up, I make tea, I read a book and cuddle a cat. Then I go do a workout. You gotta pump iron.
There you go.
Right?
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and then I sit and I type at a computer and answer emails. And then I go jump like a bunny with little kids and spin to silly music.
That's my kind of day too.
Yeah.
I kind of stretch my fingers, make sure I got all those going. Yeah, play with my dog, play with my cat. I kind of got like the same story as you. We could kind of relate to this. That's pretty good. Many of my achievements have been collecting medals and trophies and things like that for my body lifting, and you might not notice it right now because I have a sweater on, but I want to know, have you ever collected any medals or trophies?
No medals or trophies, but I do collect kids' art. I get given a lot of kids' art and I collect that, but no trophies.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Because today I have something for you. This is going to be the trophy of confidence. Ooh. This is going to be a confidence that we give you because I think you're one of the best and only dance instructors here that are motivating our youth across Manitoulin Island. So I think the more you get them to pump iron, the more better they will be.
Miigwech, I feel more confident already.
I think everyone needs a medal in their life because I pride in them all the time. If I had my trophies right here, right now, they'd be stacked all behind me, filled like a back wall of proudness. And that's how you have to do it. You have to be motivated in those things. I know you might be motivated in other things. What are those other things?
Motivated in other things. I am motivated to take good care of my body and eat well. I am motivated to be a caring community member. And I am motivated to get enough sleep every night.
That's right. Enough sleep. That's what you need to do. I'm always thinking about what I'm going to do next. I constantly work in my dreams too. I could see myself pumping iron. Sometimes I'm pumping lots of things. Next thing you know, I notice I'm underneath the bed, pumping the bed, pushing it up and down. You never know, eh? You never know what's going to happen, but that you just got to do. You just have to keep on moving, and I think that's important. I think I've been sitting here too long. How about you?
I think so.
I think we need to do 10.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is good enough.
That's my mic fault.
All right, so this is a fun question. What's one thing that makes you laugh or light you up every time?
Oh, what's something that makes me laugh every single time? Oh my goodness. Probably watching the family of deer in my backyard constantly like jump over things every time they hear any little noise. I have a family of like 4 deer.
Do you think I could
And
go
they're
over there and
ridiculous.
perhaps maybe try to lift them up, see if I could lift a deer or something?
If you can catch them, sure, but they're speedy. Are you faster than a deer?
I've been working on my speed.
Okay.
Yeah, so on the 100 meter, I've been at like 20 seconds, but I think I probably need to go more down to 10 or something like that.
If you can catch the deer, I'm sure you can lift it. I have faith in you.
What's your unique strength or gift that people might not notice right away?
Innate strength or gift that people don't notice right away. I think I have an innate gift for being very honest and open in how I communicate, which I think sometimes at first people think is me being obnoxious, but I just don't know how to not try and speak from a place of truth. And I think it's a gift.
I think being obnoxious is good. That's being your true self.
Yeah.
And you have to be optimistic about everything that you do. Yeah. It's one of the main things to survive on Manitoulin Island. Because if the deer are, we should be too. If you could give advice to your younger self, what would you say?
Perfection is an illusion. Stop taking yourself so seriously.
What do you mean, perfection?
Perfection! It doesn't exist. It's pretend. It's made up.
What?
Are you perfect?
I've been using that motto my whole life.
Oh, darn. I'm so sorry to ruin that for you. See? Obnoxious honesty.
That's why people think you're kind of weird.
Yeah, totally.
But that's okay. It's
Weird
a learning
people are the
lesson
best
to me,
people.
and you're making me have an awakening right now. But that's great, right?
Yeah.
It's time for change.
There you go.
What's a mistake or failure that ended up teaching you something important?
I tried starting a dance festival when I lived in Toronto, and it was a very different way of running a dance festival, and it ended up not working after 3 years, and it taught me a lot about my priorities in how I make work and how I connect with community and artists. Yeah.
Community and artists. Okay. If someone was watching right now and wants to follow in your footsteps, what should they know?
What should they know if they want to follow in my footsteps? That I don't take the easy path very often, so be ready to ask yourself, why have I done this? And then keep going anyways a lot.
That's how to do it. You have to be optimistic about any fork in the road because it's always an adventure.
Yeah, but when you carve your own path, like there's nothing in front of you to tell you where to go. So you better be like ready to make it up.
Yes. Who would you love to work with if you could choose anyone?
I'm going to put it out there in the world. I, right now, really would love to work with Yes Theatre in Sudbury. And I'd also really like to work more with DeBage right here on the island. I'd like to work more with local companies. Yeah.
There you got
There
it,
you go.
folks. Candice Irwin here with Between Two Balls. Until next time, keep rolling with it and pump that iron.
You just rolled through another round of Between Two Balls. Remember, emotions, characters, chaos all come from the bingo cage. Subscribe, leave a review, and tell us what character and emotion should we pull next. Nahal. I love you. Zaganim. Guamin. See you later.
All right, we are back, and thank you for tuning in to Between Two Balls podcast here with Candice. Thank you for being a great sport with me. It's always great. I don't know if I would have did that if I didn't know you or not. I'm not sure. Maybe, because I think when I've been doing these interviews, you kind of get used to talking and conversating, and then you kind of get used to you could just do anything you want and just play and have fun, and yeah, I get to know you. Yeah, so I think it was really good. Thank you for sharing, and I think I truly believe that you are going to inspire a lot of people to get into the culture and dance, and what dance is. It's truly something that everyone loves, right? Because you go dancing at all special events when everyone listens to music, and we always want to move our body and dance. And I think it's important, like you said, the whys. Why is it important? And there's a lot of different whys, and it's to keep healthy, right? And connected. And I'm excited to see the dance on Saturday for this year's 6 Foot Festival. And thank you to taking that step to say, hey, I'm going to dance.
Thanks for encouraging me to take that step to dance more to this weekend. Yeah. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah. So if people want to get in touch with you, how would they find you?
Yeah. So I run my work under the name Body Stories Dance. So you can find us on Facebook and Instagram under that. And we've also got a website that also has my email and phone and all that. But look for Body Stories Dance and you will find me. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Candice. I really appreciate it, you coming in, taking the time out of your busy life to come here. And I think everyone else appreciates it. Is there any questions out there or comments from anybody? If everyone's in awe, and I think I am. I had all my questions I think I could ask, and I think I could still ask more, but we'll leave that for next time. How's that?
Sounds good. They were great questions. I appreciate the time. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And thank you. And until next time, keep rolling with it.